Where'd this fucker go? Really? I love it. What a fucking fight, man. I'm such a total badass. Oh, I'm dying. I'm gonna set myself on fire. Blah. Pussy. I know, right? What a fucking fight. Oh, okay. Ah, that's fine. What the fuck? Why is she so easy to take down with these wall kicks? It's a wall kick, for fuck's sake. That shouldn't be a thing. What? What? Bro. Hey, excuse me, sir. Okay. Okay. Dude. Oh, man. Okay, you know what? Let's have some fun, Claw Man. Hello? Did I break him? I did. He is broken. Oh my god. Oh wow, he will. I fixed him. You've been fixed. Now let's fight. Why is he trying so hard to go back? What a jackass.
fell to death. How did you do that? You're kidding. What is happening? I feel like that's not how that should have gone at all. I don't even know what to say about that. This game never stops giving. There will always be some new silly ass way for it to go wrong.
Oh no, these guys are not hard. Boop. Goodbye. Oh, that was fucking great.
No. No dashing away allowed. I thought we had a conversation about this. You will do the dishes on Thursday, like it says on the planogram. Sometimes when I speak, like, I have no idea what's happening. I get to hear it at the same time you guys do.
I am a fucking asshole. What are we supposed to do? Why won't this one go down?
Hola, ¿cómo está? My hands are already freezing. Man, what is the deal, dude? We're like fucking mid-May. It's too goddamn cold. It shouldn't be hand freezing mid-May. It's bullshit. I was still on the wrong one there. That's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I have a certain soul core, and then I want to test something. If I don't have it, then we ain't testing it, obviously, because I wouldn't have what I need to do that. But let's see. I do have a test set. Okay. So I just wanna try something. Cause like I saw some claim that suggested that I could probably do this with. Yeah, I know. Fuck off. I could probably also do this with dung. Shortcut items. Sure. Okay. And also drastically lower their guard. Does that do the same thing? Here, you know what? Well, for one thing, we're gonna do testing with a good weapon. But, like, best case scenario, we won't really need that much. Now, for the record, I don't much like the idea of this, but okay, so not quite half. Okay. So let's first do a pooping. I mean, yeah. Okay, that's fucking big, actually. That was big. Like, I don't mind saying that, like, I tried it, and that was big. How much damage was that? That was 23.5, right? So how much is that? Oh, whoops. I don't know if he was still stenched at that point or not. Okay. It's not that big. Oh, I didn't expect this kick to go that far for some reason. I'm real dumb. I didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Whatever. Who cares? It just seems like a weird thing to try to work in, if I'm honest. Cards are so cold. Alright, let's get out of here. Interesting timing music. Okay, what we got? Let's work these up from the from below again and start like, because I've got a whole checklist here. Mountain of the Dark Lord with sword. I have the correct shit on, right? I do not. Now I do. Right. We're not pointed towards the long side, so that didn't hit her very much. Anyways, these are going to go down more quickly. This is going to be basically like if I had been on Dream of the Nioh without level scaling. That's more or less what it's going to be like. With the exception on Dream of the Nioh, some enemies are slightly more evasive or more aggressive. I don't think that there's really much, if any, benefit to intentionally baby charging the true and through. I don't think true and through small charges are anything. Why wouldn't it pick the... Okay. Now, all these soul cores are just going to get dumped, although I don't think that there's an Uvume here, but funny enough, I do still have an Uvume that's one fusion short, one level short of 30. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to do that, I just wanted to. When enemies are croaking this easily, there's really no reason for dweller dominance. Oh, I guess maybe it's that spider knows that I'm up here. Oh no. Not spider awareness. A lot of people died here, bro. What? What? Not real sure why I didn't get my back wave right there, but I don't know, whatever, I guess. Real talk though, like, so basically what I've got right, like, on my side in the stage rando that I've been working on, basically it's just every mission in the game with every weapon type that I haven't done that mission with. All the difficulties are represented, and honestly, it's just an excuse to give the game as much replay value as it can possibly have. That's it. That's all it is. like, some people might look at this and be like, well, how could you possibly have fun running this on the lowest difficulty? And I would counter that with, some people have fun running this with overpowered setups on the highest difficulty, where genuinely it's not much different than what I'm doing right now. Yes, I am straight up calling out people that run versatility and what, Death Dancer, I think is what it's called. So for it's just like, oh, my basic attacks do 100 billion damage. I'm like, okay. Not actually 100 billion, but like. But like, when you're routinely pumping out like 30,000, 60,000 damage, it's really not any different than what's going on right now. Oh, wow, what? Genuinely did not know that you could just go under it like that. So that said killed by Uberman. Yes, dude. Give me that Uberman goodness. Lady, quit being a pain in the ass, though. Okay. I'm just gonna have to remember not to resting rights that shit and actually use it. Because that's what keeps happening, is I keep on dunking the souls that I get because I forget, like, oh yeah, I still have one that's level 29. Realm Taker. Does it? Something tells me it doesn't. I'm good. We'll deal with that in a moment. Though... Wow, he really went out of his way to just be really, really annoying. I'll deal with you in a second. Oh, are you serious? That's real dumb. Why is that like that? You know, I'm gonna try it again, but every time that I try just straight up sword EI, where is it at? Every time that I try this, I feel underwhelmed. Like, what is that weak ass shit, dude? It was so slow. It was weaker. Like, I genuinely don't understand. Like, I feel like if I have to build into it for it to be worth the shit, then it's just not worth the shit. Like, is there something related to that I didn't learn that makes it faster or something? Where is it even at in this list, bro? There it is. It's like I even tried short charging it at one point to see like if there was a reason to do that. I don't know, man. I think at some point somebody's gonna have to explain to me, like, what exactly, because like I know some people that use EI Quick Draw and I don't get it. Does it behave, hold on, does it behave differently I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna force myself to use it for a bit. And I'm probably gonna hate it. There's absolutely no reason for that at all. I'm still of the opinion that it's not good, but I'm going to force myself to use it for a little bit. Like, Night Rain is, like, charges pretty much immediately, is more damage, and it has a really, really, really good affliction rate. I just can't imagine... I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's one of those things, like, Night Rain also does decent key damage, but I suppose this is one of those things where it's like, I guess if I want to choose between it being a combo or burst. Because without any room for argument, EI Quick Draw's burst damage. Nice. It's like, okay. Let me show the difference between that and Night Rain on the same setup, right? So you would back wave and then immediately do, oh, fuck off. And see, his key was emptied right there too, so that gives me, like, I could either Night Rain again immediately after, or I could do a grapple at that point. Yeah, dude, bro, like, it's just better. Like, I don't... Every time that I continue, like, I continue to, every so often, consider all of the factors, and then it's just like, it just doesn't fucking hold up. God, this thing is fucking irritating. Sit down, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Okay, mate, calm down. There's somebody coming at me? No. Man, shut up. Good job. You know what the most annoying thing about that is that you can't go from holding your bow out to that to a melee attack that quickly. I don't even know how many spirit stones I have at this point, but I do use them to test stuff sometimes. So I suppose it's a good thing to have heaps and heaps of them on tap. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but it's gonna work out okay. I will say, like, Quick Draw EI might be better than Night Rain when the enemy is downed. But Night Rain is better in pretty much all other circumstances. Well, okay, when yokai enemies are down. Because you can really punish the shit out of a downed human with it. Okay. We don't want to get rid of Ubume. We'll see if anything else has like a really good. Nah. Shrine. Manage soul cores. I want to do this while I remember because I have let this go on for far too long. Right, I have this sitting around because... Wait, what? Because of potential transferables. Yokai ability damage, though. Why does that keep on showing up on Ubume, bro? She doesn't do damage. She's not a damage doer. Okay, that was actually the last Mountain of the Dark Lord on this difficulty. So what's the other one? Is the Bewitching Tower. We got 2 more of those on, you know, funny enough, with the sword. And the dual sword. Really? Mate. Okay. Honestly, like, when I want a straight up EI with this, I pretty much just use True and Through. Yo, what up, Panda? How's it going? You know me, my dude. I'm just doing the do. Just finding any excuse to fuck up some yokai every now and then. Here lately I've just been doing, like, Twilights as, like, a daily. I suppose as though this were an MMO. Ah, oh, for fuck's sake. I missed the tree. This time I will not miss the tree. How the fuck I missed the tree, bruh? Wait, who noticed me? Oh. That's literally everybody has told me that so far. Now, there's one person that I've talked to that has provided one reasonable defense of Nioh 3, and it does make sense. Nioh 2 is a complete product. All the DLCs are here. This knife has been sharpened endlessly. It is a complete product. Nioh 3 does not yet have its DLC, and it has not yet been completed. And sure, but so far, like, what I've been telling people is, like, I don't even need people to tell me that they prefer Nioh 2 over Nioh 3. I know that without anybody telling me, and here's why. Because when Nioh 3 came out, the clan points in this game, the red graves of other players, the daily deliveries all basically vanished. A couple of weeks after Nioh 3 came out, it just about returned back to the numbers it normally has. Well, I mean, yeah, that's more or less what everybody has been saying, is that game's fine, it's just not as good. Like, dude, I notice red flags in gaming well ahead of time. For instance, I remember when Batman Arkham Knight came out. It hadn't come out yet, and when they put out the news that, like, due to incredible public demand, the Batmobile is gonna be in Arkham Knight, and I was like, oh, no, okay, I'm officially not interested in this game anymore. Because if they're gonna put fast vehicle in, then they're gonna need a whole lot of, like, endless space to drive fast vehicle in. That means there's gonna be a lot of utterly empty areas of city. And I could not have been more correct. Like, that shit was just so fucking vastly empty. And what's more is the problem was even worse than that. Like, there's, like, Batmobile sections specifically, and that shit sucked. Now, with Nioh 3, as soon as it's like, oh, well, we're introducing this character swap mechanic, I was like, there's no need for that. That's a gimmick. And, like, I've had a lot of people tell me, is like, so the samurai is okay, the ninja is strictly better. Like, so strictly better that there's damn near never good reason to use the samurai. Can't believe it. I've still got a nerd up here to deal with. I've been told that there's not enough skill points to go around, so every time that you want to main a different weapon, you have to go in and respec everything. It's a gimmick. It's just a gimmick, like top to bottom. There was no reason for it at all. Like, you've played through it. Let me ask you something. Did it do anything for the plot? Or is it just a thing that's there? No. It's like, I can't even imagine how it could do anything for the plot, because, like, okay, we could have gone back to Nioh 1 and had character switching between William and Hanzo. It would have been theoretically sensical. They're in the same place a lot. Not always, but a lot. But it worked out just fine because Hanzo's a different character. And they have their own events. Yeah, like, as soon as that was the biggest red flag early on to me is, oh, we're gonna have it where only weapons can only be used in certain ways. Like, why? Why? That was some bullshit right there. Well, not in certain ways, but by certain characters. Like, it's just... Right, it's not an optional gimmick, but it's still a gimmick. They didn't save it from needing to be used, they saved it from just being a gimmick. You know what? That is some bullshit. He can hit me, but I cannot hit him. Yeah, I've run into some people that have said that they don't mind the character switching. I genuinely don't understand how you could not mind it. It's just bad. But like, I considered that a red flag right from the start because, like, of all the games I've ever played that have character switching, the vast majority of them are just really, really bad games. Like, it's just such a rarely well-done mechanic, and it's usually because it's damn hard to justify it. Like, why would I be switching characters instead of just focusing on this character? And it's not to say that Nioh 2 doesn't have its flaws. It definitely does. But they're not that. And then, like, the jumping and double jumping, as soon as I saw that, I was like, bruh, this is gonna be a map design nightmare. Now, see, I've heard mixed opinions on that. Like, I can see how it would be done well, and I can see how it could be done not well, but I don't think the concept of it is inherently bad. I don't know if it was executed well. But I do know that, like, the reception of the open world map is topsy-turvy at best. See, I don't mind the idea of it. I mean, like, honestly, when I first came to Nioh, I expected a somewhat more Souls-like experience in that it would all be one fucking massive map. And when I first got into it and it was separated by missions, I felt... admittedly, I initially hated that idea. But once... Like, it didn't take long for them to introduce the idea of, like, I think it was, like, the third submission where they introduced the Wheel Monks, right? Where it's the same village that you started with, but the shit is completely engulfed in flames. And there's, like, areas that are blocked off that weren't blocked off initially. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's the idea that you can reintroduce the same area but under different circumstances. But I could see how you could do that in an open world area as well, so I don't know. So it becomes a checklist. I mean, I love me some Saints Row 4, and one of the earliest things that you would do in Saints Row 4 is there's, like, a side mission for Matt that gives you, like, collectible detection, where if you're anywhere near a well, actually, you can just open the massive map and it'll just show you where they all are. And yeah, it becomes a checklist, but I don't know, I'm not as bothered by that. I'd be more bothered by the idea of, like, massive open world map and nothing telling you where shit is ever. Either way, like, the long and short of it is Nioh 3 is a mixed bag at absolute best and kind of a shit show at worst. An expensive kind of shit show. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. That was something, like, everybody that pops in is like, have you tried Nioh 3 yet? And, like, when I tell them I'm just not interested, a lot of people are like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't like it very much, but I don't understand, like, not wanting to play it at all. Which is a weird thing to tell me. But, like, even if I was interested in playing it, like, I keep on trying to remind people, even if I was, like, super, like, yes, I want to play this so bad, I don't spend that much money on games. So if I was gonna buy it, it ain't gonna be anytime soon. In all likelihood, I would wait until all the DLC is officially out. For another thing, I would damn sure wait until it hits a price that I'm willing to pay. I genuinely don't understand motherfuckers that are willing to drop $60, $70 for a video game. I'm not about that life. That's too much. You know what I would be a lot more interested in is if they released, like, a DLC for Nioh 2 that just allowed you to play all the missions from Nioh 1 in Nioh 2. I'd fucking love that. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. Give me that shit. Like, I think the most challenging thing for, like if you were gonna do that, right? If you were gonna tie all of the Nioh 1 maps into Nioh 2, the only thing that would really be challenging about it is deciding how you want to handle the Soul Core situation. It's like rebalancing the enemy's stats for Nioh 2. That's like, that'll take some hours. That won't take days or weeks. But... And I don't remember the names of the bosses, but the spider lady, for instance. What would you make her soul core? What would her soul core be? Because, like, the easy route would be to just say, well, I mean, the bosses, the unique enemies from the original game just don't have soul cores. And while I could see that being the correct answer for the statues, for the boss enemies, I don't think that you could justify that. That would be a really hard sell. Good. I don't know how that whiffed. But I mean, like, I'm like that with a whole lot of games. Like, while I was still a Borderlands fan before I wrote off Take-Two Interactive entirely, like, every time that there was a Borderlands sequel, I wanted the same kind of thing. I loved the idea of, like, taking Borderlands 3 characters and going through Borderlands 1 missions and areas with them. It just sounds fun. I don't know why. Like, being able to retread old areas with new mechanics sounds like a jam. Yeah, I've heard. I think I've played out Borderlands, and I know enough about Borderlands 4 that I have no desire to go the direction that they took the series, so I can say that I have officially had my fill. Not gonna stop loving the characters, though. I could see it. I could see, like, Night Rain, like, key shift canceling into an EI. That wouldn't be too shitty. I don't know how I would feel about, like I can imagine some ways for that to be pretty okay, but yeah, I suppose I could also imagine some ways for it to be fucking terrible as well. Wait, what? Okay, that can fuck all the way off. Like, that's something I remember on... Like, now, I haven't touched Nioh 1 in ages, but that's something I had always... I could have sworn... Now, I haven't gone back and checked, but I could have sworn that in Nioh 1, Titanic Strength was guard square instead of guard triangle. Or guard X instead of guard Y in your case. Yeah, fuck that. That can fuck off. I'm not about that life. See, that rolls straight into the unnecessary changes category for me. There was, in Batman Arkham Knight, I'm trying to remember what the buttons were, but the button that you used across all three of the other games to go into detective vision, right, was suddenly the button that you used to call the shitty Batmobile that shouldn't have been in the game at all. And Detective Vision was put on a button that was historically an unused button. Question: Why the fuck would the new feature not be on the new button? It also doesn't give you the option to remap your controls, so you just have to deal with it. When I played through Arkham Knight, I did it with X360 CE, so I like for that game specifically, I set up my buttons with those two reversed on the controller emulator so that they would have their original functions in game. So I basically cheated. Like, I'm not going to pretend I did a function that the game doesn't officially support. What do you think the likelihood that what's going to happen with Nioh 3 is that somebody or multiple somebodies are going to work on a mod to change some of the attack inputs back to what they originally were? That sounds like a thing that you would rationally do. What are you going to tell me, that they killed all possibility of mod support? They probably did. Now see, okay. That is a concept I wouldn't be wholeheartedly against, but I could see a lot of ways that could go wrong if it's not done properly. Well, see, one of the reasons that I don't hate the idea of that is because, like, okay, let me put it this way. Code side, I need you to understand that Sword of Discernment, the input for Sword of Discernment is literally not hold guard and push square. What it is it's wild guarding square, which means that if you try to buffer it while doing another attack, you haven't entered guard, so when you push square, you just get square. And so I could imagine a scenario where if Sword of Discernment's forward square, that it would be able to get past that fact. But then again, they could have just actually made the proper input in the code base a combination of buttons rather than being a attack while state. Oh god. Oh, that can fuck all the way off. Jesus Christ, it sounds like everything about Nioh 3 is... Like, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Every time I learn something new about this game, I want to play it less. And we're already in the negatives. Like, I've already decided I just genuinely don't want it. Like, if you were to buy it for me and send it to me for free right now, I'd be like, what's the matter with you? I don't want this. I generally have a policy that people shouldn't gift me video games, by the way. Like, even if it's a game that I've expressly... Like, even if it's a game I've told you directly, I'm interested in this. Don't buy it for me. You know why? Because there's no guarantee I'll actually like it when I have it. And I always feel like an asshole when someone's gifted me a game and then I don't like it. But there's, like, okay... There's this dude I used to be sort of kind of friends with who... out of fucking nowhere, with no conversation whatsoever, gifted me on Steam a game called Fairy Bloom Freesia, and I have zero idea what made them think I would give a shit about that game. And I accepted the gift because I didn't know what to do in this circumstance, but later I talked to them and I was like, no, seriously, why did you buy me this? It's weird, but I do usually feel a bit like a jerk when someone's gifted me a game and then it turns out I don't like it. Is that? Huh. Okay. I don't suppose it matters that that's not breaking, but that is very odd. I do feel like when I consider the way that Nioh 1 and Nioh 2 are, I feel like Nioh 1 really was trying to be a little bit more like Dark Souls, whereas Nioh 2 I felt like was a very healthy expansion out of that. It's like I realize that there are some Souls-like fundamentals here of like kill enemy, gain level up juice, use level up juice on whatever stat you like, die, lose juice, die twice, lose juice permanently. Okay, the fundamentals are here. High difficulty, it's in there. But like, Nioh 2 has so much more to it than Souls-likes do. And, like, it's funny, every time that I see somebody picking this game up for the first time, like, the only bit of like, advice that I try to give people is, look, do yourself a favor. Don't think of this game like a Souls-like, and you'll do way better. And, like, I was watching this guy playing it for the first time, and multiple times I was like, He was, like, commenting on a thing, he's like, I should do this, and I said, sounds like you're thinking about it like a Souls-like again. And he was like, oh shit, you're right. Bruh! But yeah, I don't know. Nioh 3, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking with Nioh 3. I think... Like, look, the best excuse that I can come up with for why Nioh 3 such a weird hodgepodge, because, again, I accept that it's not a complete product. I get that, and so there is room for improvement. But at the moment, it is just a weird hodgepodge of seemingly disconnected decisions in a lot of ways. It makes me think that they don't want to give up on the series, but they're frustrated with the fact that Nioh hasn't really kicked off like other Souls-likes. Yeah, it kind of looked like that, because like I was seeing people, touching base with it for the first time, and like people that have experience with Nioh and Nioh 2 were just sailing through it. And even first-timers, like people that like just skipped Nioh 1 and 2 and just jumped to 3, I mean, they're fucking up a lot because they don't know shit, but it seemed pretty hard to fuck up so much that you just die a lot. I think the highest like difficulty that I ever really saw was J-Hit fighting what I assume was the final boss, but I don't know. And like, I guess unique revenants out on the map. Out on the big map. I almost said Big Mac. Oh, good aim. Bruh. You really shouldn't make your important alarms a banger. Oh, fuck. Why did I think that that was it? Anyways, I need to take my meds real quick. Bruh. Gozuki. I think it is a unique troll to start off the very first mission with, oh hey, here's this giant enemy. And then saying, well, like, you don't have to kill it. Like, you'd be surprised, like, would you be surprised? I've seen a whole lot of first-timers, like, completely fail to notice the, you don't have to kill this. I noticed it right away, and I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna try to kill it. It took me a while to be like, okay, yeah, maybe this is too much of a pain in the ass. Never mind. Okay. Man, I have to use the dumb ass Odachum. Actually, let's clear out my inventory first.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I mean, at the very least, we can say for a fact, it's not just you. The vast majority of the people that I know that have played Nioh 3 have the same kind of feeling from it. Is just, like, everybody's reasons might not match up exactly one-to-one, but everybody seems to have come away from it with the same kind of thing as, like, yeah, it's not great. Like I said, I think it's mostly because they just want to stand out. But, like, you know, it's possible to stand out in bad ways, and that seems to be what they've done. Wait, did I... Hold on. I don't think that I didn't. I should probably do that. Oops. 91. Oh, Lightning Gods of Yomi. Fairphone has a chunky EOS update. You know, it'd be great as if that's some kind of reaction to the reCAPTCHA shit. That would be good. Yeah, you're gonna have to do something more than just standing there and taking it, guy. What the hell? Oh. Well. How? What the hell, dude? Cheers. Oh right, he's in the Dark Realm. I do think that it's a interesting choice, because like I get it from like a game mechanics perspective. Because they want you to have to interact with the areas in the Dark Realm. But from a logical perspective, it really doesn't make sense that you can't get headshots on enemies that are in the Dark Realm from outside the Dark Realm. Like, what's the logical argument for that? Come at me, ho. Man, I sure don't hate enemies that just get away with being at zero key and just continue doing whatever the hell they want. Eat shit. All my homies hate Red Kappa. I trust that that is not a controversial statement. Wait, what did I just see? Probably nothing, right? Yeah, nothing. I'm dumb. Super dumb. Yep. Gotta love that super armor fucking Sword of Discernment. Cool, it showed me a message on this update, and the message went away before I got a chance to look at it. So that's pretty cool. Resume. What? White? Okay. Man, it would be real nice if the Odachi EI wasn't trash. Like, I'm doing it, like, sort of just to, I don't know, make the Odachi feel less boring. Like, there are several things I've been doing here to try to make this less boring. But just to be as clear as possible, I find the Odachi to be extremely boring. I don't even know why I went this way first. It's dumb. It's a dumb thing to do. So, like, this update paused at 50% of, which I guess is 1 gig, but, like, I don't understand why it paused. Motherfucker, you're on the Wi-Fi. That was an interesting way for that to turn out. Going back to the difficulty factor, though, I would say that it would... Yeah, I take. I would say that for experienced players like ourselves, it would be easier for us. So, like, you know, I mean, we've got a lot of experience on the other Nioh games, so it wouldn't be that outrageous for one of us to go to Nioh 3 and just kind of trounce it. But it is more of an issue when someone who is new to this shit just comes in and does whatever they want with it. Yeah, you too, Stinky. Music. Yeah, this track is so good. I have no love for the game that it came from, but the track, oof, the track is so good. Hello? Fuck you too, game? %, I pushed the correct button at the correct time and it just didn't do it. This time I know for a fact that I have turned off holding at home. Oh, I forgot about that Loco Lukuli again. Fucking hell. At least I think that that's what the fucking thing is called. I always get this thing's name, like, all fucked up in my head. Drop a soul. No. I just wanted a refresher on what its name is. I think it's a Loco could be, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Random nonsense super armor at your service. This is what, Yomi? Yeah. After this, I'm gonna set up for a different game. bruh. Again, you gotta love the completely ignoring my inputs thing. It definitely isn't frustrating at all. I input it correctly, and then the enemy whiffs. Neat. Or rather, I said that wrong. I input it correctly last time. But this time it actually took my input. How did she whiff at that range, dude? Man, my fucking hands are cold. Alright. I guess let me do my management. Reboot. Was an okay series, I guess. Reboot's one of those shows that, like, when I go back to it, or rather when I went back to it, it's like when I was younger, I loved that shit. But, like, you get older and then it's like, I don't know, man. Anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna set up for a different game and I'll be back.
Oops. Oh. Oh, why? Why did that do it? Fuck this. Nope. No. No, we're done. That's... I literally just got hit with a projectile through a fucking wall.
Yo, something like that happened earlier too. What the fuck is going on?
This is stupid. Yo, but it fucking worked. You know, there's no reason that should have worked, right? Your timing on that comment could not have been better.
Sean Barney Barron from Santa Cruz, California will bust big anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, like, this feels like they wanted it to be like Michael Buffer. In this corner, Sean Barney Barron. Let's get ready to surf. I don't know. What am I doing here?
One of the most flowing surfers on the planet, Rat Boy from Santa Cruz.
Rat Boy.
From San Clemente, California, let's hear it for Christian Fletcher!
Oh my god! It literally did it!
You're listening to 107.7.
Why? Why was that a thing? Let's see, without the rocket handle, I don't think there's anything else. Wow, you're trolling, bruh. Oh right, there's bananas right here. Oh god. Ugh.
Well, shit. That is what we want. That literally spawned right where I was. Oh god! That was worth it. Oh, that was fucking great.
Good fucking job, Mike. Fuck. Here I am mocking one for it, and then the other one did it.
Dude's got a big ass neck, and it looks like a snack. Where the hell did this guy come from? Okay. Alright. That was cute. That was feckin' adorable. Fell to death. Good job. Yeah, that was something. Why?
Okay. 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 Yeah, go for it, because... Good. Fun. We just got back.
That's